How is it going, guys? And welcome to a live episode once again of the 2007 career mode. We are at the penultimate round of the season. We are at China in Toyota of Ralf Schumacher as always, and we are live on YouTube once again after the last round in Suzuka. Oh my god, what a race that was. We managed to win on the last corner of the last lap to put us in the championship contention. We're tied on points with Raikkonen as it stands right now on 78 points, I believe, if I can remember off the top of my head. But I want to give a quick shout to Nick, who is very kindly going to be providing the live standings throughout this stream. If you're watching this back, then I'll leave a link to his channel in the description below for you guys to go and subscribe to him for as a bit of a thank you for helping me do the live standings during the race. We're last on the grid because we corner cut on our qualifying lap if you watched it live. So we're going to start on the primes. We're going to be doing a bit of a different strategy than we have done throughout the season, and this will be the second time of the series we're going to be starting on the primes. So we've got a lot of work to do. We have got rain in the air, but it's 16%, so it's going to be, you know, at the end of the race. So we'll see how it goes. But if you like the stream, guys, make sure to like this, and if you're new, make sure to subscribe as well for more content. And just want to give a shout out to the chat right now who are watching this live for the support, wishing me best wishes and all that for me to try and win this race. So thanks, guys, on there, and some shout outs as well will be at the end of the race. So Alonso is on pole. He's already looking to the right there of Raikkonen, so maybe there could be some contact. We never know. Ralf Schumacher there on the at the back of the field, as I've said. But we are now here. The revs are building. The final round, the penultimate round, sorry, of the 2007 career mode is away here in China, and it's a great start from us again, just getting a bit more wheel spin than Christian Albers, but the rest of the pack have actually done a great start, so something we've got to think about maybe. Obviously we are on the prime tyres, so we will be a bit slow to start off with as the tyres need to get up to temperature quickly as possible. We're going to go down the inside of people into the Snell section and up to 18th place, but it's just a traffic jam right now. Just can't get anywhere to overtake. We're going to try and do a switchback, but we've got Barrichello there holding the inside of the exit of the Snell section. It's all wide down the straight. Oh my lord, what is going on? Absolute madness here in China, as we're going to be braking just a bit early. Try and go on the outside of Sutil, and Barrichello and Button have made contact with each other, so the BAR Hondas making some contact there in probably one of the best liveries I've seen in the 2007 season with their Earth livery. But a bit of a shaky start from us, not getting positions that we would have gained. We'll have to wait and see. Just getting held up here by Button and Barrichello in the Hondas. Not the quickest cars in the field, I'm going to be honest, but Button's broke way too early for the corner. We're going to try and hook it around the outside just about there, and we are up to P17. So, oh, back end's gone there. It's just about saved it there on the curb, and we haven't really lost that much time to Button, so we only lost about a second, so we can really call that back right now. As our teammate is going backwards, he's just been overtaken by someone, I don't know who it is, but he's down to 15th place, so not what we want in terms of a team perspective, but, and I think that's a Toro Rosso. It could be Sebastian Vettel actually, so I'm not too sure. But we're right on the back of Barrichello. We're going to be ending the first lap, not gaining that many positions, which is not what I wanted here, but we're going to see if we can get a good run on Barrichello and get a bit of slipstream. Down the inside we go of him, and it's going to be a drag race, and just shows the Toyota has the straight line speed, then the Honda, and we go up to 16th place. So not the most big of gains I've done in the series so far, but we've still got time as we just didn't really brake for the corner there. Just get a bit of grass on our tyres, which gives us a lack of grip right now. Barrichello's had a mistake because he's dropped even further back to us, so got a bit of clean air, but our teammate is next, and if that was him, he would have to let me through for team order perspectives for the championship. So, would truly let me through? That's the question. That's the ultimate question right now. Just lifting up a bit. We're going to try and be a bit aggressive at times on these primes because they're not up to temperature yet. May pit early on lap 7 as well, possibly, for a set of the option tyres. So I'm just going to quickly do that right now. So we will be quicker than everyone around us, as the two Toro Rosso's having a bit of a squabble right now. Oh, back end's gone out again, same corner. Same corner. not what we wanted. So same corner, same mistake. Not what we needed, guys. Not what we needed. Just brake again at the hairpin, just late braking. We need to be aggressive right now. But it's not a true train. But look at the train, guys, on the map. It's ridiculous. But a 45.7, even though with the spin, not too bad. But we're still not far off Alonso. You can just see him there coming out of the snail section. So it's about 9 seconds, and truly, I don't know what's happened to our teammate, but he's just struggled a bit through turn 1. So we are right on the back of him now. So I don't know what's going on with our teammate. Maybe picked up some damage. But we're going to try and go around the outside, and there's just a bit of wheel banging there between the two. And we brake a bit later than him. We'll have to keep it around the outside to give him a bit of space. And we get it done around the outside. So we're up to 15th then. Next up, Sebastian Vettel in the Toro Rosso is the next man for us here. We just try and be very conservative really right now. We've still got plenty of fuel, which is a good factor. I forgot to mention right now. Oh, just gone over the curb there. So the curbs are quite brutal around here, as we've just seen already from the start. So we need to be very careful of the curbs. And we are gone purple in the middle sector. So we've got to be very careful in this part of the lap. And just short shift at the third, and we are clear. For the first time this race, we've actually got through nice and clean out onto the back straight. So team orders for the win, definitely, guys. Alonso's still leading actually, so Alonso really has to hope and pray that myself, Hamilton and Raikkonen don't score points. If any one of us doesn't, then he's out of the running for the championship. So at the minute, it will be a 3-horse race going into the final round at Brazil. So we'll have to wait and see as we set a 41.5 on primes as their worn options are going off the cliff. So we are quicker than the cars around us right now. As I don't know what's happened to Vettel, but he's gone right up the back of Fisichella, and they've both made a bit of contact. So we're going to try and hook it round the outside of Vettel on worn options, and round the outside we go on our primes, and we are up to 14th. So this is the crucial stage of the race for us right now. We've got to really be very aggressive and brave as we take over the curb again, and we just lose the back end, but we get the move done on Fisichella, and we're up to 13th place. So we've got a lot of work to do right now. So just try and turn it in, then we're going to brake, get it hooked in the inside there, doing very well. Shifting it down to second gear, over the curb again. Not what we wanted, but we are going quickly, which is what we need right now. We've got to really push right now for the pace, and we are up again, only by 1/10.5. So this could be our pace for the race. So we're going to be very cautious again through this part of the lap. Short shift up the fourth, and get right on the bottom, on the inside there, and on to the long straight once again. Right now, we'll go to standard actually now, save a bit of fuel. Once the guys pit, we will be going up to Rich, and we will try and, oh god, bit of a late break there, just about hold it on the track there. Fisichella nearly hit the back of us there, very close. So we just hit the cone there, go on to lap 5 as Alonso sets a 41.4, and we just set a 41 flat. So we are really pushing right now. Alonso though is still leading the race, which is good for me in terms of the championship, as we just set the fastest lap, as that's been confirmed to us. But these guys are starting to struggle now. Oh, we've made a bit of contact with Ricciardo there, just getting glued to the back of his Toro Rosso. Not what we wanted. Right now, as we're going to just come now towards the hairpin. Try to make a move, but we just can't do it yet. So this is the next 4 laps is going to be the most crucial part of this race for us for the championship right now. So we need to really hope that these cars in front hit in the next lap or so right now. So we're going to see if that is the case. Just getting a bit of dirty air from the Utsi right now. So really, my realistic ideal position would be second place, would be fantastic going into the final round, but it will be, someone will be leading the championship between me and Raikkonen at the end of this race. One of us will lead it, or even Hamilton possibly, but I have to see as here comes Fisichella with a beautiful run actually, but just can't get it done as we've just got the slipstream from Liuzzi in the Toro Rosso. We're going to try and go around the outside of it, but just can't get it done. Get it straight on the gas quite quickly, and no one's coming in the pit lane yet. Try to go on the outside of Liuzzi, just nowhere to go. We've got to Rich now. Try and get past him as here comes Fisichella. Just backs off a bit. I don't know what happened to him there. We'll go down the inside of Liuzzi now into turn 1. Just giving him a bit of space. Just brake a bit later, and we are now up to P12 as I've just got over the curb and getting a cheeky warning from the stewards there. So we need to be very careful not to get that again. Next up we've got Nico Rosberg in the Williams, which I always remember him in the Williams. We've gone purple again in the first sector, but we've just got to stay behind him right now, as now with the pit stop window is open. What's going to happen right now? Who's going to pit first? Who's going to blink in terms of the leaders? But remember guys, we will be on the options at the end of the race, so we will be substantially quicker than the rest of the pack. So the amount of time we lose here, we will gain in our second stint of this Chinese Grand Prix right now. Oh, just going to the back of Rosberg there, not what we wanted. Just going a bit wide there, but we're going to have a nice slipstream from Rosberg. The dirty air's coming into play then. Now onto the straight. Once again, get a beautiful run on Rosberg maybe, but we've got a nice gap to Liuzzi, who's actually defending from Fisichella. So see, as we're going to go down the middle of two drivers there. I don't know why I've just gone to second gear and we've spun it. Not what I wanted, but the wheel double shifted into second gear, into reverse gear for some bizarre reason, and we are dropped to P16. It's funny enough, everyone's hitting this time, so not what I wanted. We made the dive bomb, it worked, but then when I went down the first, it dropped me down 2 shifts to reverse gear. Not what I wanted right now, and my wheel will probably get thrown out the window at the end of this video, at the end of the stream. So not what I needed right now. Not what I needed in terms of the championship. Massive moment there. So I'm going to most likely throw this Fanatec wheel out the window right now, so not what I wanted.
We may have trouble closing the gap during this stint.
So we need to push right now. We've gone up to purple in the first sector, which is good. Alonso's only 7 seconds away from us as well, I've just noticed that. Should have already pitted that time, but we will pit this time onto the options, take a massive gamble on tyres right now. We've gone purple again in the middle sector. We need to really push now as Alonso is on cold prime tyres. And look at that, we've already gained 1.1 seconds on him in that sector alone. Just think what we're going to do when we get to onto the options. But we're going to get a nice run on Vettel down the straight then towards the hairpin. We may do a lunge into this corner if he brakes early. Nope, nearly did, but we need to really get past Vettel, who's gone wide, and we will take the position from him and move up to P6 as we will go into the pit lane. Hopefully not do a Lewis Hamilton moment, and we get it absolutely spot on there. Into the box we go, onto a set of the option tyres then for this one. So we'll see if we can get this absolutely nailed as the boys get to work on the car. We need a very good pit stop here from the team. We need around about an 8-second pit stop to get us out ahead of the 3 people. It's at 8.4, very good stop there from the team, and Vettel gets held up a bit there from the team. And where's this going to put us, I wonder? I have no idea where we are. We're up to 9th, I think. 10th place at the minute. So not really gained much from that, but we've still got 7 laps to go in this race, and we need to go absolutely berserk in pace right now.
The car ahead is trying to create a gap. He's running full revs.
So we need to see. There's the leader actually, so we're not far off him actually. Remember, we are on the options, everyone else is on the prime, so got to remember that, guys. Still have a chance here. Go into the sweeping left-hander, where we will have amazing pace compared to the pack around us. As we just get our tyres up. Theirs takes about 2 laps to get up to temperature before they set some good times, but we will take half that time to get these up. And I don't know what's going up ahead, but there's a Red Bull holding up a few people and a Ferrari in there as well, so could that be Raikkonen possibly? That we will have to wait and see. We're going to get a nice run here. As you can see, we've actually gained a bit on Vettel from his mistake in the pit lane, or being held up by ourselves as we went through. We're going to get a nice run, then get a double slipstream from, I think that's a red of Coulthard, and I don't know who the other one is. Alexander Wirtz. We're going to try and go around the outside. We've had to double shift again. The wheel double shifted to neutral. But we're going to go around the outside of Coulthard, and we're up tonight. We're still side by side, going towards the final corner. We're going to have to take this on there, still side by side, coming out of the final corner. But we're going to get a nice run. But here comes Coulthard once again on us. We're going to get a bit of slipstream from Alexander Wirtz, but Coulthard in that Red Bull, still side by side. But we get it done. Late braked, and we are up to P9. Make that P8 as Wirtz goes very wide out of that turn, long sweeping turn 1, and we're up to P8 now. Next up, Nick Heidfeld in the Sauber. We are going to be really pushing right now to try and get at least a top 5. Would be very good to get. And speaking of which, we have gone up in the first sector, purple in that first sector, so you can just see there, 5th place is not that far away, which I don't know who is actually occupying that position. I think it could be Mark Webber in that Red Bull. So the Red Bull is very difficult to pass here with the straight line speed that they've got, so we need to be very wary of that. We've only 5 laps to go as we spin it again on the curb, and luckily we get away with it there once again. So not what I wanted really. There is Alonso, so we need to really, we need to get to Raikkonen as quickly as possible, but I feel that's not going to happen right now, as this could be massive for the championship right now. We need to really get as close as possible to Hamilton and Raikkonen in terms of points on there, as we need to see. So we're going to come into the hairpin once again then. Still got 5 laps to go in this race. It's going to go, this will go down to the final round, I will admit that, as we hit the cone again. Rip last corner cone.
You're keeping up with race pace, keep pushing.
Raikkonen's leading the race, I've just spotted that, so that's not what I wanted right there.
Mix 3.
Massive moment that. We need to get as close to second place as possible here. We could have still have a safety car though. I don't think the safety car's coming out actually, I've just realised. It's that point, but we've got a brilliant exit off Nick Heidfeld there. And so we're going to try and make a move up to P7. And maybe even Kovalainen as well. Very late move there. Dive bomb. And we're up to P6. So that is what we needed right now. Next up, Mark Webber in that Red Bull, as I've mentioned. Not the best through the corners, but on the straight, the car is OP. You can just see 3rd place there on the map. So we need to get really as close as possible. We need to pump in some quick times now. Oh, we've gone very wide there from the dirty air of Mark Webber.
It looks like the car ahead is trying to create a gap. He's running
Oh, we're just trying to make a move there around the outside. We've gone off the track. Maybe should have given them place back. Maybe that's a bit controversial there. But we'll just take it on the chin. We just late braked, went off the track, came back on it safely. Didn't want to do a Raikkonen moment at Spa again. But coming down the straight again. You can just see a Raikkonen coming into the last corner, so we're not far off, about 5 seconds I'm going to guess.
We have an advantage here.
But that was a massive moment there. Massive moment to get past Mark Webber. We've got Felipe Massa now, the next man. And set a fastest lap of 39.6. We are really pushing right now. I have to really realistically get second place to stand any chance of winning the championship going into the last round in Brazil, which will be 50%, guys. 50% race. It won't be 25, it won't be 100 sadly, but 50% will be the last round. But we are slowly crawling in the rest of the pack ahead of us right now. Clean air is helping us one little bit. But we're into the middle sector, then 2 seconds covers us and Massa right now. Just trying to hold it there. Oh, just hit the curb, we're alright. And again on the curbs, but we're still good. Look at the gap we've pulled already on Webber. Look at the gap, 3.3 seconds already. How's our fuel looking? We're going to be fine on fuel. We really need to get past Massa on this lap, basically. As the crowds are gathering around here, look, they're getting very excited. We are slowly catching up, as I've mentioned, to the leaders as we're right on the back of Massa, who is starting to struggle on his primes. He was one of the first to pit. Just getting a bit of dirty air from Massa. We get slowed down. You can just see second and third place there going up to turn 1, but we set another fastest lap of the race. We are really pushing the limits now of our Toyota as confirmations come through of us getting the fastest lap. Massa's starting to struggle in his primes. He's left the door open for us on the inside, and we will take the initiative, and we are now up to P4 as he slots into place right now. Next up is Lewis Hamilton, the man who is currently third or joint second place in the standings right now, just a few points behind. So we can just see the leaders there on the map, so maybe we could crawl second place if we can. But Raikkonen's still leading this race. I'm surprised Alonso isn't letting Hamilton through in terms of the championship. But you can just see them there, just turning in towards the second snail section of the track. 4.5 seconds is the gap, so we need to really get a move on right now. So we come back onto the straight once again. Still got like nearly 2 and a bit laps to go then in this Chinese Grand Prix. We're still fine on fuel. We could have maybe pitted even earlier. Look at the tyres, they're not even that bad right now. So we come in to the hairpin once again. Backend's gone again, but we save it just about there. Luckily, we got away with that. So we really need to get at least P3, I think, to stand any chance. 4.1 seconds is the gap. But we're still catching up to Alonso, but it's just too little too late. Maybe if we did 50%, we would have had a sniff of winning this race, but with the mistakes that we've made, we've just got to take it on the chin here in China right now. But we can just see we're still catching up. We're down to +1 fuel as well. We're still catching them up. We've gone purple again in the first sector. Their tyres are starting to go off the cliff, which is very strange. They've maybe gone for an aggressive set here. We'll still see. Go through. Right now. You can just see Raikkonen as well. I've just spotted Raikkonen on the map. It's a bit too late though, but the gap is now down to 2.1 seconds. We've been pushing so much, which means we could be running out of fuel, but I don't really give a damn. We're taking a massive gamble now on fuel right now. We've still got good enough fuel, but we are slowly crawling up to Hamilton right now. Maybe even Alonso as well, possibly, but we need to really get past Hamilton as early as possible on this final lap. Come into the hairpin once again for the penultimate time. This could realistically, if we get past Hamilton, it will become a 2-horse race going into the last round, I think, in terms of mathematical chances. I think Hamilton could still win it, but realistically he won't, as we set another fastest lap of the race here, as we really need to get a move on this last lap of the race. A podium would be nice, considering we started last position and we had the couple of spins and an incident. Hamilton really struggling on his prime tyres. We're going to get a brilliant run on him here. going to try and go around the outside of Hamilton. Going into the middle sector we go. It's a bit of a late break move. Going to try and hook it around the outside, give him a bit of space, and we've got it done. Up to P3. Next up, we've got Alonso just ahead of us there. You can just see him there. Will we have the time? I don't think we will have any opportunity to get past him unless it's a lunge move, which I may have to do if we get ever closer to the Spaniard. I don't think we can't. I think we won't win the race, unfortunately, because Raikkonen's too far back. We will be giving it all right now. So we're going to get ever closer to Alonso now. I think we're too far back. That's the problem. It may be a drag race to the line, but we're going to try and get the slipstream. Here comes the rain as well on the last lap of the race as well, which is quite funny. But we're going to come then down the straight for the final time we go. Going to be braking even later than we've ever done so far. Maybe take a bit of a corner cut there, but we have to take the gamble as we've gone a bit wide there. But Raikkonen will come through to take a massive victory in this Chinese Grand Prix. Alonso is going to come second. We will come third. And we are still in with a chance of the championship, but we're 4 points behind going into the final round at Brazil. It's going to be the scenario of if we have to win, Raikkonen has to come fourth or less to be crowned champions of this season. But there is the result, guys, on your screen. Raikkonen wins by 2.9 seconds from Alonso, with us there blitzing the fastest lap by quite a margin, actually, in third place, 4.1 seconds off Raikkonen, with Hamilton fourth in the end, but he, I think, is out of the running for the championship, I believe. Massa's in fifth, with Mark Webber in sixth, and Heidfeld in seventh, with Kovalainen getting the final points-paying position of the season, with Wirtz in ninth, Coulthard 10th, and Rosberg and Vettel completing the top half of the field. Everyone finished, which is fantastic to see right now. And that is going to be it, guys. That has been the race. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this round of the 2007 career mode, and we will be back on Saturday for the finale of this season. It's going to be 50% as well, and it's going to be a championship decider between us and Kimi Raikkonen. Hamilton, I don't think he has a chance, but Nick could maybe provide me with that stat, and he still has a chance actually, so it is still going to be a three-way scrap. 7 points covers the top three drivers, and Alonso's out of the running, unfortunately, so it's a three-way scrap. I'll see you guys on Saturday, but make sure to like this stream and subscribe for F1 content, and follow me on Twitter as well at RyanLATV, which is on the top of the screen, to be informed of when the finale will be released for Brazil. But until then, guys, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys very soon for another video on the channel. But until then, have a good day, guys, and see you later.